and welcome back to the channel, and thank you for joining me. Today's a little bit of an impromptu video that I wasn't really planning so soon. This was meant to be a video, high intensity freestyle test of the Outline lithium-ion 4S. It didn't go as planned, as you can see here. Yeah. Now, you may have seen that in the intro as well. But what happened? I was flying along and clipped the tree, and I rotated upside down and must have had my throttle set, above zero. And I quickly, maneuvered my way into the ground. Litho braked the craft. And that tore, as you can see here, that tore the power line off and the negative, most of the negative trace off the ESC. I have managed to solder on a blob, as you can see here, but I need a better iron than the TS80 to really get the heat in there to allow me to, do that job. So I have ordered that, but it's coming soon, along with what's missing. Now, the oscilloscope was borrowed. I have ordered one. It's coming soon. Quite a nice one. Quite a high sample rate. So yeah. Okay. So what this video is, though, is a test of the SharkBite TX5 S.1 durability, because that was located on top, right on top, and you can see the build video and the installation video in the top right-hand corner. Excuse me. It copped the whack, and it didn't just cop the whack through the posts, so it's not mounted square on with these 4 posts, it's mounted at an offset, and so the whack would have come from the top. It's very tight. There's only the band in between it, and it would have pressed down on that, flexed its carbon, and who knows, it might have impacted the FC. We'll find out in a bit, because I haven't tried it yet, and we'll power it up off the power supply and see if it works. One other point about the craft. There's a bit of damage to these motors, and these are very old motors now, but this one seems to have really copped it. And then if you look in the photo up here, you can see that it might even be bent, which is a terminal situation. So I may be replacing him with the Zings. We'll see. I'll try my hardest to try to fix that. Unfortunately, I can't get a tool over it. I'll have to come in with a file and see how I go. That will just require patience, and we'll do that off camera, probably at some point, and sort of, these things happen. Motors get damaged, especially when you've had these motors running for these can't be 5 years old. Nah, but they've got to be at least 3 to 4 years old. Good quality, nice stuff he makes. Okay, so I guess time for the moment of truth. We're going to plug this in. I'm going to connect the camera, power it off that. We'll see if it works. All right, I'll get set up. Okay, so here I have the VTX is plugged in here. Very important. Make sure you put your aerial back on before you test. That'll just fry the VTX and the test will be pointless. Here's the FC. All that. Now, I'm not going to be powering the FC, that's just hanging on, literally. I'm going to be powering the VTX from here and looking through the goggles. Alright, let's get back to the other camera. Okay, so here we are, and I've got my headset and the quad and the power lines ready. Now, I've got this set to 15.2 volts, but it's limited to 4.1 amps, and that's probably way too much. If something's gone wrong with this board, you probably want to limit it right down. So we're going to go in and set the current. Apparently there is some crossover with the, you see that? Alright, we're going to take that down to 1.1. Okay, very interesting. Let's make that the right color. I hadn't had that before. Alright, anyway, so there we are. We got 1.1 amp current limit set. Sorry, there we are. We've got a 1.1 amp current limit set and 15.2 volts. So, just for the want of not accidentally putting voltage across the FC, I'm going to move that across. It's a positive. Negative. And then we switch on. Just double check everything, always double check, right? You may think you've done this a million times, but sleep deprivation will do amazing things to the brain. Power on the goggles, might as well. Goggles are on. Goggles. Cool. Power on. Okay, no OSD information of course, but we do have a signal. Hello. Alright, well, as much as that is a limited test of durability, it is on and it is giving a feed. So, you know, bonza. Disconnect, power down. Well, I already did that, you know what I mean. And power down the goggles. So, there you go. I guess that's a positive. That's a positive test, you know, positive result. Thank you for watching. I will come back when this quad is finished and do a flight durability test. So, you know, it's only on the bench here and I have to wait for the iron, unfortunately. But, you know, bonza. So far, so good. I do think that this is a decent enough unit. I have heard there have been some problems with durability, and to be honest, I haven't really deep dived into that, but I think I might have a little read around and see what I can find. I haven't had any problems with durability really at all. Even with the little shark sprite, that has I would also at this point now recommend that you put silicone around the CX connector, because on a frontal impact, hard frontal impact with a titanium cage, all of that force is transferred into the body as an instant shock force, and it released the aerial, and I flew it maybe for about a minute with the released aerial, and it's okay. It does seem to have brought back some OSD glitches, but they are intermittent, and I think so there may have been some damage done to the unit by that, but it still seems to perform very well, and as good in range. Still no blackouts after the updated firmware. Again, thanks Carl. Okay, so that's that. Pretty impressed, have to say. Please do like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification button to keep seeing the videos that are coming out and see the flight test. Durability. Well, I guess it had the durability flight test. It's more if it can fly and be used reliably in the field. There's one thing to test something on the bench, but it's another thing to go out there and use it in the field. So positive here, but stay tuned for hopefully a positive out there once I get a decent bench iron to fix that, because it's yeah. Catch you later. Okay, so here we are. That's the wrong remote. Okay, right. Jesus. on the strip of wood, causing a nightmare.